let's let your sections discuss their AARs and any promotions you might have.
I'm going to keep my part straight and simple because I wasn't here for a decent portion of it, having to run back and forth. I would also like to personally thank Assist for stepping forward in that regard. I personally enjoy missions that kick you in the balls, so I had a ton of fun tonight. Other than that, I'm going to pass things off to Sunny in 1-1 Alpha.
I'll just say it from back here because I don't know how to get out of here. So, yeah, for 1-1 Alpha, it's pretty good operation in general, but obviously with all the deaths, and yeah, with all the, I guess it caused a lot of frustration, which kind of made this mission not the best for everybody. But yeah, in general, we liked the way we moved. We got to kill a lot of enemies. We had to use the labs properly. Some bad things were that when the artillery was called near the end there, on that town, we'd like to know because we might have been near the artillery and we could have easily died. Also, our communications in general, kind of weird, kind of confusing, but we actually fixed them after. And yeah, rest of the section stuff like formations and yep, that's it.
And do you have any?
Also, yep, one promotion. I have one promotion. I'd like to promote someone from private to corporal, and that is K-Hall. Congratulations.
Right on. Congrats, Hall.
Thank you. Can you keep
I get you your
private and I
tags.
take it?
I mean, you are the other half of me.
I am your other half.
Oh, somebody beat me to it. Oh, Junkie.
Congratulations, Hall.
Normally there would be
Thank you,
a
Sonny.
lot of spam in the chat, but apparently they've disabled that.
Yeah, it's good.
Right on. Congratulations, Hall.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Sorry, 1-1. Keep going.
If that's all from 1-1 Alpha, then Mangoff with 1-1 Bravo.
Alright. So I'd like to first off start by saying that Cass, you're a terrible platoon commander. No.
I know.
Shots fired.
I have to say
Thank God
that
someone
you did
said
a
it.
good job underneath these circumstances.
Wow.
Kept the communication flowing, and I felt like I always knew what I was doing where the rest of the platoon was. So thank you for doing such a great job. Again, we had a ton of fun. It was pretty unanimous. We all really enjoyed the mission. Except for those pesky snipers. Got me one time on doing ammo cast. Yeah, I was standing up beside the section, and then I asked for ammo cast, and I got shot in the head, and then nobody noticed.
The model for 1-1 Bravo should be always vigilant.
I was wondering why you never got back to me on that.
Yeah, it was pretty epic actually. I did have a few problems with like game crashing every time I died. I don't know if that was a computer side or server side or whatever, but
It's par for the course for you.
yeah, it was hardcore.
Happens
But-
to me too, man.
Yeah, the only bad point that we had really as a combined effort there was that the artillery seemed way too accurate. It would always land. I know Junkie the first one, we walked right into it, but all the other ones we kind of just backed up onto. But that's all I had. It was a great op. Thank you very much. And 1-1 Bravo did fucking amazing.
Good job, guys. Is that it for 1-1?
Unless anybody has anything to correct me on, no, that we are done. We're ready to pass it off to 6-2, I believe it was.
Well, hang on. Before I do that, 1-1 Bravo, did you have any promotions tonight?
I do not.
Okay. Okay, that's it for 1-1. So we'll switch it over to the only remaining 6-2 member here. Tinian, step forward. Let's hear how your night went.
Howarth is here. He's just not in the game.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
Here in spirit.
Okay. So whoever's in charge of 6-2, go ahead and say your piece.
Yeah,
Take it
Tim,
away,
go ahead.
Howie.
Okay.
Damn it.
Yeah, 6-2 had a great time. There was only the three of us for the most part, so we were trying to bite off way more than we could chew, apparently. But we had fun, even the against all odds, I guess.
Right on.
It was a great mission. We liked how difficult some of the things were at points, but also sometimes not giving us a chance at times kind of was frustrating. So,
Yep.
kind of bit of both sides.
Right on.
User joined your
All right,
channel.
thank you. Before we go on, I kind of want to address it, the issue here. I like a challenge. I like being stopped in my tracks sometimes. And I am thoroughly encouraged by the guys who just, you know what, we died, let's get back, regroup, get back out there and push on. The guys that were remaining out in the field, y'all were patient, waiting for your resupply to come out. And that's what really happens, man. That's what happens in war. So, I mean, it encouraged me to see you guys pushing through it instead of rage quitting. And that, to me, is just a sign of good character. And I just want to extend my own personal round of applause to you guys for doing it and sticking through it. Not one person did I just see, fuck this, I'm out. And I think that was absolutely amazing. And it just, again, just goes to show the mentality here in this unit. And I think I enjoyed it more than anything, more than you guys know, watching you guys just push on and endeavor on. Okay, with that in mind, I'm going to turn it over to 447. Go ahead and make your announcements, and then I'll do final announcements, and we'll dismiss. So, 447.
Yep. Okay, so... Whoa, someone's hot mic and Chris.
Whoopsies.
Yep. Okay, so what did we like? Okay, we really enjoyed the water casting that we did with 6.2. We found out there's a little defect where only passengers can jump out. Like, when I say jump out, I mean get out into the water. And that was cool. One guy managed to do that, and it was really neat the way we inserted them there. We also enjoyed using the H64D Apache, so we felt that we provided some good support. We ran into some issues with these Kamaz rocket trucks, and I'd like to ask that we don't use those until we have a chance to test them together and make sure that they can be destroyed, because they're pretty OP. We did have one legitimate crash. The pilot did not fire his countermeasures, and we got blown out of the sky by a guy with a shoulder mount AA.
Yeah, that's overrated.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But that pilot will be doing remedial training.
Oh. Shots fired.
In my office right after.
Oh.
Suddenly, somebody else is in charge of 447.
Radio comms definitely need to improve. Merging on a 48.8 is okay in some cases, but the problem we find is it's hard for us to really track what's going on because we got a lot going on in the aircraft. So we're going to need to circle back and go over how we're going to use the radios for calling in the aircraft. The one major point that I would like to make, there was a case where we were underutilized on an assault, and it was really painful for us because we were observing through FLIR on Pangaea, and we watched an infantry section approach high ground from low ground in the open in a field and completely get mowed down. In future, if you guys are in a bad spot, just call for support from the aircraft. You can ask for suppression support. We're not going to completely obliterate your target for you, but we can at least take the guys out in the open off the battlefield, and then you guys can move in and clear the buildings. Definitely recommend that in future. And that's it for me.
All right. Well, we did a couple things a little wonky tonight. I wanted to up the difficulty. I didn't want any explosive rounds in towns. That's just standard measures that units use so they don't obliterate a town. So we weren't going to use your 30 mic to engage anything within the town area. The same thing with the labs. We actually went so far as not allowing the coax, which usually doesn't. We usually don't do that. We usually allow them to use coax within the town. So that kind of, they were literally assaulting that town with one arm tied behind their back, and I was hoping to see what they would do. Nobody utilized smoke, but I think that's because the smoke that's in game right now, it's pitiful. It's literally the size of your knee. I don't know if anybody's ever seen that, but it's about the size. When it goes off, it's about the size of one of those live tires, and I didn't realize that until tonight. So that's something we need to look into. As far as the artillery goes, we'll go ahead and address that. AI, I don't know how they do it, but they're pretty accurate. They talk to each other, so if you guys got hit by it, you know, we apologize, but sometimes that happens. But again, thanks for sticking around and pushing back out there. So you guys did great with that. I don't know why you guys weren't able to respawn. right away? You just kind of, you guys didn't die right away from that, but you kind of passed out and laid out there in the field, which was kind of sucky. I wish you either died or we could have found you and fixed you up, but I don't think we could have had that right away. But that's again one of the things we will work on the next one. Next week will be our last attendance tracked mission for the year. The final 2 weeks of December, I'm going to be gone. Most of the leadership is going to be gone, so Dynamics will be run the last 2 weeks. So it's basically going to be open to a live. Deschamps will probably turn on a live for us to run dynamic missions in here at will, and whatever leadership is in place will still run it. So even if it's just a section running it, you guys will have a gaming platform to come in and hang out and game with your friends. Also, Morrissey wants me to mention that we have opened the engine site. That's we're gonna be doing the majority of our business now. We're switching from the BBS to that. I'll let Morrissey explain that a little bit more in just a moment. And before I do that, let's see, did I forget anything? Don't forget to vote every day on Arma Clans.
New guys.
That's helpful. Oh, new guys. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
How many do we have here?
I lost count.
5.
Shabbat?
Yep.
Step forward. LaCroix?
Yeah, I'm not that new.
LaCroix? LaCroix?
Lacroix, Chabot, La Chapelle.
Right on. Step forward, guys.
Is Locker a new guy too?
Locker, no.
Nope.
No, he's been
No,
here for
he's
a
been
while.
around. Yeah, he's got a corporal on his. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he is. Yeah.
All
Yeah.
the new guys.
All right. So what we usually do, I know the La Chapelle. I know. I think LaCroix's been here before. Yes. No. No. Just La Chapelle.
No, I'm the only one. Yeah.
All right. So La Chapelle was here before, and but what we'd like to do is, since we have a lot of guys that might not know you, we just give you about 30 seconds apiece. Tell us who you are. Tell us why you chose to come here, and how you're liking it so far in the unit. So. Yeah.
Just a sec. Is Chabot coming up too? Chabot.
There's
Yeah,
a few guys back
walk
there.
up to La Chapelle.
I just wanted to say is I'm the only one that finds it funny that we have the cross in the church joining today.
Nice.
Nice.
So funny.
All right. So anyway, so we're gonna start from left to right. So Chabot, and please pronounce your names for us so I don't massacre it each and every time.
Alright. Well, it's easy to pronounce. You just add a TTE at the end. I'll probably just write it off the name so it's easier to spell it out for most of you guys.
Okay.
It's pronounced Shabbat.
Shabbat. Okay.
I've been joining a couple of Nelson teams during the years. I've been playing lots of Battlefield, and during the last 2 years, I guess, or maybe 3, I don't know, Arma 3 game. I've been into 2 serious teams since then, and I think that this one is the most structured I've been in, and I look forward to having more games with you guys.
Right on. Well, welcome to the unit, and we hope that this is what you've been looking for. All right, La Chapelle, welcome back, by the way.
Thank you. I don't know what to say, man. I have so fun here. A year ago, I think. I've been the unit like 6 months, and I've had a lot of fun. But we were like 8, 19. Nine French Canadian who joined when I was there. And a lot of guys have a couple of problems with the FPS, so I follow them. But unfortunately, we could have the same serious and structured gaming as we had before. So me, Chabot, and Lacroix were from the French Canadian unit, so we joined to have more serious gameplay, if I can say. I know the unit because I was there, so. I just came back and know that's the thing I want to play.
That's good to hear. I like that.
That means a lot, man. Thank you.
Merci d'être venu, les gars.
Yeah, pas trop.
Merci.
LaCroix.
Yes.
LaCroix. There you go.
So I was, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, I was